What's up, everyone? Welcome to Insane Throttle Biker News, baby. Yeah, we got a pretty, how can I say it, controversial one that we're going to be talking about today because I do truly believe this was self defense. One of the members of the Outlaws was sentenced for this shooting, and we're going to go more in depth with it. This has to do with that FSU. It's a street gang that went and got into it, if you will, with higher calling members. It's a Christian motorcycle club. We're going to go over the videos and all that good stuff. I just wanted to make sure I have it all down here ready to go for y'all. We're also going to look at Insane Throttle Biker News's website, harleyliberty.com. I am giving a lot of editorials and trying to dig a little bit more deeper into these stories for you as much as I can because, a lot of times we don't got a lot of time on these videos. So you'll get more over there, but we'll be right back, man. Let's get into this thing.
Rev the engine, hear the roar. Bite the truth down to the core. Hollywood's voice cuts through the haze. 30 years in the outlaw maze. Insane throttle, no lies, no frills. Riding hard through the biker thrills. From the clubs to the open road. Real talk, man, the story's told.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This out of 13 WGME. A lot of us been following this that does biker news. This by Ariana St. Pierre. Man sentenced for deadly Portland shooting linked to fight between rival motorcycle clubs. And just right there, that headline is very misleading. The FSU is not a motorcycle club. It is a street gang. It's a street gang. Let's get that straight. Anyway, a Maine man will spend 5 years behind bars for shooting and killing a woman in Portland. Aaron Karp of Naples pleaded guilty to manslaughter for the death of 54-year-old Susan McHugh of Gray. And our thoughts do go out to the family of the victim. But as you know, as we go by and go into this more, you'll see, wait a second, she's the one that fired first. A plea deal, the murder charge was dropped. The judge sentenced Karp to 15 years with all but 5 years suspended, which means he'll spend 5 years in prison. And this shooting happened last year, July 30th, on Forest Avenue in the parking lot of a mechanic shop. McHugh was killed and 3 others were injured. Now, here is why it started. This is members of the higher calling, and FSU, for some dang reason, came over, started a fight with them, and took their colors. As you can see it playing right now, he just handed colors over to somebody. Then it looks like they got on the phone with the Outlaws, and it looks like they were leaving the parking lot right there. Fast forward a little bit, we'll show you that in a minute. Prosecutors say the shooting happened during a fight between rival motorcycle clubs, which ain't true. Police say they used dashcam video and 2 surveillance video to identify the alleged gunman who shot her. The incident started at Brookside Bar in Westbrook. The bar has rules about not wearing biker jackets and vests with colors. According to the testimony, members of the FSU Biker Club got upset with the higher calling club for wearing their colors, threw some punches, and took one of the vests. They were the aggressors. Now, who is FSU? Friends Stand United. And it has a real big history here. And I guess they're a loose network of militant, anti racist, anti narcotic groups. It was formed in Boston by Elgin James, which, by the way, he was the one on the Mayans. It has been, over its history, been accused of various incidents and unprovoked violence. That looks like it was unprovoked, if you ask me, and some that has resulted in murders. And going forward here, it goes into the what is it? The Boston scene, straight edge, all that good stuff, ideology. In 2014, a brawl occurred in Cleveland, Ohio. Allegedly, the reason was for the fight with tensions between FSU members and members of another hardcore crew called Swing on Sight Family. Ooh, sounds like lovely guys. FSU does have members in Chicago. They're not anything here in Chicago. It goes on to say, and this is what's weird. I guess maybe this is the way they got this stuff. Many of the original members of the FSU have either stepped away or moved to outlaw motorcycle clubs. But they do have, and actually, the FBI did have bulletins out on them. So people are going to know who they are and know that they're a street gang. Now, one of the things that they're throwing at the Outlaws is, well, they brought weapons and all that stuff. Well, of course they did, because this is a known violent street gang. So they're not going to walk in there empty handed. The incident, again, started at the Brookside Bar. Let's go into the video here. The video, you can see the Outlaws walking up, and let's see where we go. Okay, then it switches. A couple of the FSUs on the ground, and all of a sudden the shots were fired by the victim, where he turned around and fired 9 shots. So this is a self-defense thing, in my opinion. Again, the Outlaws were not the aggressors in this. It was FSU. Goes on to say, police say higher call-in members of the third club showed up and later confronted some members. Officers testified that 7 to 9 men wearing outlaw colors crossed Forest Avenue carrying weapons, and that's where I got that from. And then it goes on to say that's when police say McHugh fired 1 shot to defend her husband and the others. And the guys left, and Karp, you know what? Somebody's shooting at me. I'm emptying my clip. And that's basically what happened there. And even the defense attorneys were arguing this was self-defense. And I don't know why he took the manslaughter plea. The others are going to trial on this. But maybe he just wanted it done and over with, because the evidence you see in the video is like, okay, yeah, self-defense. Maybe it's because they didn't want to go to trial, because what's going to happen here is they're going to use the club in the whole damn trial. They've done it to pagans, angels, everybody. They always put the club on trial and not the person. So when they start bringing up all the different types of stuff in the past of what has been done, crimes, whatever, that gets into a jury's mind. A jury's mind. So maybe that's why he didn't want to take it to trial. After this little 35-second break, we're going to go over and dive a lot deeper into this one. Brother or Power and Betrayal. Don't forget, it's on Amazon right now. If you want a signed copy, go to Insane Throttle bikernews.com. We'll be right back.
Rev up for some raw, unfiltered world of motorcycle clubs in Power and Betrayal by James Hollywood Machikari. This gripped and true-life memoir exposes the brotherhood, betrayal, and brutal risk of biker life with death, prison, and shattered dreams. Follow Machikari's journey as the loyalty turns toxic in a world of roaring engines and outlaw codes. Perfect for the biker culture and true crime fans. This is a real story. Grab your copy today.
Don't forget, grab that copy, baby. Let's go over here. You'll see this is HarleyLiberty.com. This is the mainstay of where you can find all your biker news going on. It has motorcycle club indexes if you want to find a club, all that good stuff. But this is an article that I wrote, the controversial shooting involving the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. In it, I give a little overview of what happened, where it happened, when it happened, how the shooting of Susan McHugh started. I go into detail with that. These gangbangers did take them colors for no reason. And a lot of people are going to say, you know, why didn't they fight back? For one, it's a Christian motorcycle club, ministry, whatever it is. You know, that whole organization is best, you know, it's based on turning the other cheek, if you will. And I think they did the right thing. They called the Outlaws. That's, you know, they're a support club. So for those going around saying, well, they should have done this, that, you know, until you're in that situation, you don't know what you're going to do. Also, I go over what I just went over about the major brawl and also how the FBI has labeled them a street gang. So I basically go a lot more in depth into what is going on here. Besides Karp, I guess the 6 other members are going to be tried together, and they're facing charges including elevated aggravated assault, but there's no date set for them. So hopefully they get a fair trial. Again, you're going to see me doing a lot of these op-eds, so they're only going to be available over on HarleyLiberty.com. I know we got a million things going right now. May 1st, we got our track that we produced being released. It's nothing but a biker album, man. It's going to be pretty fun for those that want some music to ride with. What do you all think, man? This one, it kind of like, holy cow, the justice system is really screwed up when you have evidence of a known street gang taking colors from a Christian motorcycle club, and then when the Outlaws go and get it back, they're fired upon. Next thing you know, it's their fault that they got fired on, and they returned fire. I don't know, man. You know, it's always funny, you know, how cops... Somebody pulls out something, next thing you know, they're putting 30 bullet holes in them and nothing ever happens. But in an incident like this, next thing you know, it's their fault because they have a history and the prosecutors just want a button, man. That's all I can say is they want a button. And that is pretty messed up. Don't forget to join the Insane Throttle members only club, baby. You'll get access to Biker Angle. Sundays is a members only where we just sit, chill, talk, and answer questions. Rock on. Join the insanity by becoming a member of the Insane Throttle Club. Get hundreds of members-only videos and hundreds of hours of members-only content. We have 3 affordable levels: Hang Around, Prospect, and Full Patch. Each level helps support each channel and all of our biker content. Get content of interviews with the who's who in the motorcycle and biker lifestyle scene. Subscribe on the Insane Throttle YouTube channel now and get access to the members only today and become part of the insanity.
Welcome to 1990 Chicago, where trust is a trap and betrayal runs deep. The Betrayal Chronicles real-life book series by James Hollywood Machikari drags you into the middle of the biker underworld like never before. In Power and Betrayal, a kingpin rises and falls in a storm of drugs and deceit. Then Brotherhood and Betrayal throws you into a fight for loyalty where every choice bleeds. Get the Betrayal Chronicles series now with grit, guilt, and redemption on every page. Available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold. Also available is autographed copies by James Hollywood Machikari on www.insanethrottlebikernews.com.